Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. And today we're going to be tackling something that sounds a little bit, well, I don't know, kind of strange at first.
Yeah.
It's this whole idea of hard work being like magic.
hmm
Now, before you think that we've completely lost our minds and we're talking about, wands and spells and things like that,
Right.
we're really diving into this excerpt that you shared
Yeah.
about the power of consistent effort.
Mhm.
That secret sauce that kind of takes you from just like dreaming about something to actually making it happen.
Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
we talk about success,
Right.
like it appears out of thin air,
Yeah.
but this excerpt really digs into what's going on behind the scenes.
Huh.
And it's not pixie dust.
No,
I
no.
can tell you that.
Definitely not pixie dust.
Right.
So the excerpt calls it an alchemy of effort,
Yeah.
which I really like.
I love that too.
It's like taking raw ingredients, like your talent, your ideas, like even just your willingness to show up every day.
hmm
And through hard work, you transform them into something really remarkable.
Yeah, it's a process of refining and in combining
Right.
those elements, much like an alchemist would.
Yeah.
And actually,
Yeah.
the source kind of quantifies this idea of compounding effort.
Okay.
That's where things get really, really interesting. It says that
Mm.
even just dedicating 15 minutes a day
Okay.
to your goal, that adds up to over 90 hours a year.
Oh, wait. 90 hours?
Yeah,
That's like 2 full work weeks of progress.
it's incredible, isn't it?
I had never thought about it like that.
Small, consistent actions compounded over time
Yeah.
lead to remarkable results.
Wow.
And it's one of the reasons why we often fall for the myth
Oh, yeah.
of overnight success.
Yeah, those stories about
Yeah.
people who seemingly come out of nowhere
Sure.
and they're just like massively successful.
Exactly. And, the
Yeah.
source uses the example of successful person in the listener's field
Mhm.
who everyone sees as just this overnight sensation.
Right.
But when you look closer,
Okay.
their biography reveals they spent like X years
Yeah.
hustling before their big break.
So there's actually this huge chunk of unseen effort
Yeah.
that went into that overnight success that we don't even realize.
We don't even think about.
Right. It makes you wonder, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And it really challenges that notion that success is just about luck or talent.
Well, and this idea of hard work attracting opportunity
Uh-huh.
really caught my eye in the excerpt.
Yeah.
It's almost as if consistent effort makes you a magnet for lucky breaks.
Right. But the source is quick to point out
Yeah.
that it's not simply about chance. It's about hard work preparing you for those moments.
Yeah.
So if you're constantly learning, pushing yourself,
Mm-hmm.
putting yourself out there,
Yeah.
you're more likely to be in the right place at the right time
Right.
when opportunity knocks.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
You're not just passively waiting for something good to happen.
Exactly.
You're actively creating the conditions for it.
Think of it like,
Yeah.
imagine a job seeker
Okay.
who is constantly honing their skills,
Mm-hmm.
networking, staying ahead of the curve in their field.
Right.
When the perfect job opens up,
Yeah.
they're ready to seize it
Right.
because they've put in the groundwork,
Okay.
they're prepared, they're confident,
Mm-hmm.
and they're in the right place at the right time.
So they've kind of made their own luck in a way.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that brings us to
Yeah.
one of the key points the excerpt makes.
Okay.
Potential is like uncooked ingredients.
Oh.
You can have all the talent, resources, and ideas in the world,
Right.
but without the effort to combine them in the right way,
Mm-hmm.
they remain just that, potential.
That's such a good analogy.
Right.
But how do we go from having all these ingredients
Yeah.
to actually cooking up something amazing?
Well, the excerpt challenges you to think about it this way.
Okay.
Take stock of your ingredients,
Cool.
your skills, your resources,
Mm-hmm.
even your time.
Right.
Then ask yourself, what's the recipe for my goal?
Okay.
What steps, applied consistently,
Yeah.
will turn this potential into reality?
So it's about identifying the steps
Wow.
and then just committing to doing them
Yeah.
day after day,
Even when it's tough.
even when you don't see immediate results.
Exactly. And that's where the real magic
Okay.
of hard work begins to reveal itself.
Yeah.
It's not just about achieving the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the transformative power of the journey itself.
Right.
Each step you take, each challenge you overcome,
Yeah.
builds your confidence and resilience.
Okay.
It reinforces the belief that you can achieve anything
Mm-hmm.
you set your mind to.
It's almost as if every small win,
Yeah.
every bit of progress that you make fuels you to kind of keep going
Yeah.
and push yourself even further.
Right.
I used to struggle with relates to the topic. But once I shares a personal anecdote of hard work leading to a small win,
Wow.
I felt like I could take on anything.
It's that feeling of accomplishment, of
Yeah.
exceeding your own expectations
Right.
that really starts to solidify that belief in yourself.
Yeah.
It's like a snowball effect, gaining momentum with each small success.
So this magic isn't just about reaching the finish line. It's about the transformation that you undergo along the way.
Exactly. And it's not a quick fix.
Right.
This excerpt makes it clear that hard work is a long game. It's about embracing the journey,
Yeah.
the ups and downs,
Right.
the challenges and triumphs, and understanding that all of it contributes to your growth.
Okay, so we've talked about the compounding effect of effort, debunked the myth of overnight success,
Right.
explored how hard work can attract opportunity. But where do we go from here?
Yeah, that's a great question.
How do we actually start applying these concepts to our own lives?
Well, that's a great question.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to delve into next.
Okay.
This excerpt has some fascinating insights on how to tack into that magic
All right.
and make it work for you.
Sounds good.
It's not about working harder,
Okay.
but working smarter and more strategically.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
And when we come back, we'll dive deeper into those strategies for turning hard work into something truly magical.
That's good.
Okay, so we're back and ready to unpack some more of these hard work as magic concepts.
Right.
Before the break, we talked about how consistent effort can compound over time. And it's not just about brute force,
Right.
but about preparation and positioning yourself for opportunity.
Exactly.
But now I'm really curious about the nitty-gritty. How to make that magic work for you.
Well, the source emphasizes that.
Okay.
It's not just about working harder,
Okay.
but about working smarter.
Okay. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Working smarter.
Yeah.
Not harder.
Right. But what does that actually look like in practice?
One key aspect the source highlights is the importance of setting
Okay.
clear, specific goals.
Okay.
It's not enough to just say, I want to be successful.
Right.
You need to define what success looks like for you.
So it's about having a crystal clear vision of where you want to go.
Exactly.
Almost like setting your internal GPS.
And the source goes on to say that once you have that clear goal, you need to break it down into smaller, manageable steps.
All right.
It emphasizes the power of micro goals.
Micro goals.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, it's about taking that big, audacious goal
Okay.
and breaking it down into bite-sized chunks
Right.
that feel less overwhelming. Instead
Right.
of focusing on the entire mountain,
Right.
you focus on the next step in front of you.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because when you look at the big picture, it can be so daunting.
Exactly.
It can be almost paralyzing. But if you break it down into smaller steps,
Yeah, it feels much more achievable.
right, and each time you achieve one of those micro goals,
Yeah.
you get a little boost of confidence,
Okay.
a little hit of that magic that propels you forward.
It's like those level up moments in
Ah.
a video game,
Yeah,
right?
that's a great analogy.
Yeah, each small win keeps you motivated
And
and engaged in the process.
speaking of video games,
Sure.
this source actually talks about the importance of
Yeah.
gamifying your work.
Gamifying your work. Now that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's about finding ways to
Okay.
inject a sense of fun and challenge
Okay.
into your tasks,
Yeah.
even the mundane ones.
Mhm.
It could be as simple as
Yeah.
setting a timer and trying to beat your previous record,
Okay.
or creating a reward system for yourself
Right.
when you complete a certain number of tasks.
So it's about tapping into that intrinsic motivation,
Exactly.
that desire to win or achieve something, even in the context of our work.
Precisely. And the source also emphasizes
Um,
the importance of finding your flow state.
Yes. Flow state, that elusive state of being completely absorbed
Yeah.
in what you're doing, where time seems to fly by.
Exactly. And while there's no magic formula for achieving flow,
Okay.
the source does offer some practical tips.
Okay, great.
It talks about the importance of minimizing distractions, setting aside dedicated time for focused work,
Right.
and choosing tasks that are challenging enough to keep you engaged,
Okay.
but not so difficult that they become overwhelming.
So it's about creating the right environment
Mm-hmm.
for deep work, both externally and internally.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that brings us to another key point
Yeah.
the source makes about the magic of hard work.
Okay.
It's not a solo endeavor.
Oh,
It's about leveraging the power of collaboration
okay.
and mentorship.
Okay, so this isn't just about grinding away in isolation.
Right.
It's about reaching out to others,
Mm,
seeking guidance, learning from those who've been there before.
absolutely. The source suggests finding mentors
Okay.
or role models who inspire you,
Yeah.
joining communities of like-minded individuals,
Mm-hmm.
and actively seeking feedback on your work.
Okay.
It emphasizes that surrounding yourself with supportive
Right.
and challenging individuals
Yeah.
can amplify your growth and accelerate your progress.
It's like that saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Exactly.
Right. It's recognizing that we don't have to do it all ourselves.
Right.
That we can learn and grow faster
Mm-hmm.
when we're part of a supportive community.
Precisely. And that sense of community can be incredibly motivating.
Yeah.
It can help you stay accountable to your goals,
Right.
push through challenges,
Mhm.
and celebrate your successes together.
That's like having your own personal cheer squad.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
People who believe in you
Mm-hmm.
and want to see you succeed.
And this source reminds us that even the most successful people
Okay.
had mentors,
Mm-hmm.
coaches, and supporters who helped them along the way.
Right.
It's about acknowledging that even though hard work is personal,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily a solitary pursuit.
Okay. So we've covered setting clear goals,
Mm.
breaking them down into micro goals,
Right.
gamifying our work,
Mm-hmm.
finding flow,
Mm-hmm.
and embracing collaboration.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we can do to unlock that magic of hard work?
Well, this source talks about the importance of cultivating a growth mindset.
A growth mindset.
Yeah.
I've heard that term before,
Mm-hmm.
but could you remind us what it means?
Yeah, it's about believing that your abilities
Okay.
and intelligence are not fixed,
Right.
but can be developed through effort and learning.
Mm-hmm.
It's about embracing challenges as opportunities for growth,
Okay.
seeing setbacks as temporary,
Right.
and persisting even when things get tough.
So it's about shifting our perspective
Right.
from I can't do this
Right.
to I can't do this yet. Right. It's about believing in our ability to learn and grow,
Yeah.
even if it takes time and effort.
Precisely. And the source emphasizes that this shift in mindset
Okay.
is crucial for unlocking the true potential
Yeah.
of hard work.
Right.
When you believe that you can improve,
Yeah.
you're more likely to embrace challenges,
Mm-hmm.
persevere through setbacks,
Right.
and ultimately achieve greater success.
It's like hard work becomes less about proving yourself and more about the journey of continuous improvement. You're not afraid to make mistakes
Right.
because you see them as opportunities to learn and grow.
Precisely. And this source goes on to say
Okay.
that cultivating a growth mindset
Mm-hmm.
requires ongoing effort.
Right.
It's about being mindful of your self-talk,
Okay.
challenging negative thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
and surrounding yourself with people who support your growth.
So it's not just a one-time switch you flip.
Right.
It's an ongoing practice of cultivating a positive
Yeah.
and growth-oriented attitude.
Exactly. And the more you practice,
Yeah.
the more natural it becomes.
You know, I think one of the most powerful things
Mm-hmm.
this excerpt highlights is the intrinsic reward of hard work.
Yeah.
It's not just about the external validation or the achievement itself, but about the satisfaction that comes from
Mm-hmm.
pushing yourself, overcoming challenges,
Right.
and becoming the best version of yourself.
That's a great insight.
Yeah.
And this source really dives deep into that idea.
Okay.
It talks about how hard work can be its own reward,
Mm-hmm.
how the process of striving and growing
Yeah.
can be deeply fulfilling in and of itself.
It's like that feeling of accomplishment you get after
Right.
completing a challenging task or reaching a difficult goal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sense of pride and satisfaction that comes from within,
Yeah.
regardless of external recognition.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
And this source suggests that cultivating that intrinsic motivation
Okay.
can make the journey of hard work more sustainable
All right.
and enjoyable.
Okay, so we've talked about working smarter, not harder,
Mm-hmm.
setting clear goals, breaking them down into micro goals,
Right.
gamifying our work, finding flow, embracing collaboration,
Yeah.
and cultivating a growth mindset.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot to take in.
It is, but it all boils down to this
Okay.
hard work, when approached strategically
Mm-hmm.
and with the right mindset,
Right.
can truly feel like magic.
Yeah.
It can transform not only our circumstances,
Right.
but also ourselves.
So how do we tie all this together?
Yeah.
How do we take this concept of hard work as magic and actually apply it to our own lives?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the real journey begins.
Okay.
Let's explore that in the final part of our deep dive.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive about hard work.
Yeah.
You know, from that compounding effect to working smarter, not harder, and gamifying our work.
Right.
But how do we actually bring all of this together and, apply these concepts to our own lives?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right. Yeah.
And I think the source offers a really interesting perspective.
Okay.
It suggests that the magic of hard work isn't about finding some secret formula.
Right. So it's not about trying to hack the system
Not at all.
or find some easy way out.
It's about embracing the journey,
Yeah.
the ups and the downs,
Right.
the challenges and the triumphs, and understanding that all of it contributes to our growth.
It's like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Hard work becomes less about proving yourself and more about the journey of continuous improvement.
Exactly. And the source encourages us
Okay.
to ask ourselves a powerful question.
Okay. What's that?
What's one area of our lives where we could apply consistent effort
Yeah.
and create a little magic of our own?
So it's about identifying that one thing,
Right.
that one goal or dream that we've maybe been putting off.
Yeah, waiting for the perfect moment.
Yeah. Or,
Or for a stroke of luck.
a stroke of luck. Exactly.
Broken.
But then taking that first step,
Right.
no matter how small,
No matter how small.
and committing to showing up consistently.
Consistently, even when it's hard.
Even when it's hard.
Even when we don't see immediate results.
Right. It's about trusting the process.
Trusting the process, believing that those small acts of effort will eventually compound into something extraordinary.
And I think that's where the real magic lies.
Yeah.
It's not just about achieving the outcome.
Right.
It's about the transformation that we undergo along the way.
Exactly. It's about becoming more resilient, more confident, more capable.
Yeah.
Not just in that one area of our lives,
Right.
but in everything we do.
Yeah. And that ripple effect is
Yeah.
what makes hard work so powerful.
Yeah. It's not just about personal gain. It's about inspiring others
Right.
and creating a positive impact on the world around us.
So it's like hard work becomes this force multiplier, amplifying our potential
Yeah.
and allowing us to achieve things
Right.
we never thought possible.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's available to everyone.
Right.
It's not limited by talent, resources, or circumstance.
It's about leveling the playing field
Exactly.
and giving everyone the opportunity to
Well,
create their own success story.
that's the magic of hard work.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave you with a final thought.
Okay.
Imagine where you could be a year from now if you committed to applying these principles to just one area of your life.
What if you chose that one goal, that one dream, and decided to make it happen? Not by wishing or waiting, but by putting in the work.
By taking action,
Consistently and strategically.
the results might just surprise you.
Yeah.
That's the magic of hard work.
I love that.
It's not about instant gratification. It's about the transformative power
Right.
of consistent effort over time.
It's about believing in yourself,
Believing in yourself.
embracing the journey,
Embracing the journey.
and creating your own unique brand of magic.
Exactly.
Well, this has been another fascinating deep dive.
It has.
Thank you for all these insights.
Of course, it's been a pleasure.
And thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.